Let's hit the high road. Let's hit the high road. It's the first touch, strong connection. It lays deep in your soul. Feel the kindness strongly coming, 'cause you can achieve your goal. Let's hit the high road. Let's hit the high road.
Hi, it's Nancy Yeareld, and welcome to High Road to Humanity. And I have a really cool lady here today. Jamie Inglett's here, and welcome, Jamie, to the High Road.
Thank you so much for having me today.
I'm excited. Where are you? Where are you coming in from today?
Today I'm in Idaho Springs, Colorado. I'm here for the Denver Gem Show, so we're doing
Oh,
lots of
wow.
fun shopping.
Oh, how fun is that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love Colorado. Well, she's written this really great book, and I'm a rock fan. You guys know that probably if you listen to my show. But Crystal Creed is the name of the book, The Ultimate Guide to Crystal Healing. And I really, really like this. I've always thought when I got older, of course I'm older now, but I always thought, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to heal with the crystals because they're so healing. And I love the rocks. And let me just give you an idea of what we're going to talk about today. In Crystal Creed, author Jamie Inglett teaches all of us how to practice crystal healing and discover our intuitive powers. How do you like that? Because within each of us, there's a spiritual gift waiting for us to realize them. And Crystal Creed aims to help its readers unlock their spiritual gifts with crystals and to manifest your dreams. So she teaches you how to manifest with the crystals. And we're going to talk about this today. Now, before we get into it, I do need to mention my book is up on Amazon, UK and here across the world, and it's a guide to angel communication and spiritual law. That's my new book that I've got out, Jamie. So it hasn't come out in print yet like yours. Like, I'm so excited, like, just to do this with your book. But mine will be out in November, and people will get it for Christmas. But it teaches people how to connect with God, the spirit, how to connect with your guardian angel, and how to connect with the earth energies. And so I'm all about the connecting. And then there's some, I also channel Archangel Gabriel. So at the end of the book are messages for humanity. And then I go through the spiritual laws, like people have forgotten, like be kind and all those good things like that. But some really cool spiritual laws that maybe people might be interested in. So that's what the book's about. Also, there's a new website that I need to let you know. If you want an angel reading, if you want a tarot card reading, if you want a healing, if you want energy healing, go to my new website, psychicforhumanity.com. Okay, you can make your appointment with me there. And my angel class is also on that website. Okay. So having said that, I want to talk to Jamie, and she is an intuitive healer, you guys. She's a teacher. She's an author. She's the founder and the CEO of Enchanting Earth. It's a gemstone jewelry and crystal shop. Where is your crystal shop?
We're located in Topeka, Kansas. We're online only, but we ship worldwide, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, I want to hear your story because I want to hear what happened. You were going on these mining vacations to Arkansas, and I've got crystals from Arkansas. I've met this guy. What was his name? Something from Arkansas. I met him. I'll think of it. And they have the most crystals there. And then this happened in 2012. What happened to you? Tell us your story. What happened?
Yeah, that's when we started going on the quartz mining trips. And it's just like a fun experience if you've not been to the Mount Ida area in Arkansas. There's quite a few different quartz mines that you can go into, and you just pay to get in and you can mine your own crystals. So the first day we're going in there and the ground's glittering and the dirt's all red, and it's just, you can just feel the energy. It was really powerful just to walk in and have all of those crystals awakening. There's thousands of them.
That to me would be overwhelming. Was it overwhelming to you?
In a way, but it was also very calming and peaceful. And I never experienced anything like that, whether it was like going into church or anything else in my life up to that point. I hadn't experienced anything quite like that. It was truly a magical experience. And then it kind of really got me hooked on working with crystals, learning all about what they can do and just working with them.
That's fantastic. Well, I pulled some of my crystals out and I figured we'd talk about some of the crystals. I know you have a lot of, okay, so let me kind of talk about what she's got in the book. And I just want to mention, I think this is really cool because I'm serious when I tell you I've always wanted to do crystal healing. And what I like about this book is you tell us what crystals we need. So I'm just going to mention in order to do some crystal healing, she says, you need clear quartz, selenite, amethyst, lapis lazuli, rose quartz, citrine, carnelian, and black tourmaline. And those are some like standards, right? That
Yeah.
people can use. Okay. I just think it's really cool. Talk about this. Do you do crystal healings? I mean, I just think what you do is fascinating.
Yeah, so most of what I do is actually educating other people on how to heal. I don't take clients, but I go live on Instagram a few times a week and I'm sharing how to work with them, what the different crystals do, and how they can help change your life and how to work with them.
Okay, cool. Now you talk in the book about moldavite, and I've got a piece of moldavite here. It's one of my favorite stones. I've had this one a long, long time, and I think it's, of course, I'll tell you what I feel. I thought it was from a meteorite, actually, that
Yeah.
comes from Russia. And the reason I like this so much is it amplifies. And
Yes.
but you had tell us your story about moldavite. Didn't you have a little story that you wanted that you can tell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd been working with crystals like back to 2012 when I went to the quartz mine, and then my collection kind of grew, and then in 2019 moldavite came into my life. I actually just found it on Amazon. Go figure.
Right.
Wouldn't recommend buying moldavite on Amazon anymore, but
Yeah.
I got my first piece on there. It really called to me. I think it said something about like alien connection. I was like, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I didn't know anything about it when I got it.
Yeah.
So I put it on my body and then I did my normal meditation practice, and that was like an out of body. It was a crazy experience. I had all these visions and I was like, oh my gosh. And then literally 2 weeks later, I was talking with my husband. It was actually on my birthday, and he was like, you should start posting about crystals on Instagram because you've been collecting them forever. You love them. You buy a ton of them. You should
Yeah.
start sharing about them. And then it just kind of like snowballs from
That's
there.
what started it. Yeah. Now I've heard, I don't know if you've heard this or not. This is a green glass, really, is what it looks like. And I've heard that the Holy Grail, they say, is made of moldavite. Have you heard
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, that's
Okay.
definitely a
Okay.
possibility.
And you have to be careful. I will say this. I'm all like, this is this is cool. But you have to be careful with this because what I've learned is you can't hold on to this for too long because the energy really is intense. And when you hold on to it for a long time, it heats up. And so it can be overwhelming for people.
Yeah, I recommend kind of working with moldavite in like smaller doses when you're first working with it. I can wear it every day now. It's one of my favorite crystals, so I always like to wear it.
Yeah.
But as you're getting into it, it's probably better to take it in like small doses. Like if you're going to meditate, maybe just have it for like 10 minutes. And then as you get more acclimated with it, the higher vibrations of it,
Yeah.
it'll be easier to work with.
Well, you know what I really liked, and you give different layouts for, you give a layout in the book for emotional release or emotional healing, physical healing. You guys, it's a really cool book. This is a lot of information in here. And what I really loved is that you do crystal healing for animals. And I was looking at this. This is really cool. I love the picture you have in here. There is a
A
picture.
little Frenchie.
Yes, I'm gonna show. Is that your pig?
Yeah, that's my fur baby.
Oh my
He
God.
loves crystals.
All right, I'm going to show this if you're watching this on video. I thought this was phenomenal, by the way. All of her crystals. And so does he just lays down there. And if you're listening to us on the podcast, there's a picture of her pig, and he has all these different crystals. In fact, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's for the chakras, all 7 chakras. That's what you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And does he just lay down there for you, or how does that work?
Yeah, he's really chill and snuggly. So if I just get him into like a calm state and get him to lay down, he'll let me do whatever. So I was like, he has bad allergies. So I like to work with like fluorite and amethyst with him for his allergies. And it really helps a lot.
Well, yeah, and I was going to ask you, I've been having stomach stuff just because I'm going to
Yeah.
ask you this. So what, like if I have a stomach, how I don't know, whatever, this area, what do you suggest for like the solar plex chakra? What do you?
Anything yellow. So like citrine, I always encourage people to kind of look at what you already have. So if you already have a few crystals, just go with something yellow that's going to be balancing for your digestive system.
Okay.
I like bumblebee. I like citrine. I like imperial topaz that kind of hits the sacral chakra too.
Okay. What is this?
Trying to see. It looks like a fossil. Is that like a fossil?
No, it's a stone. No, it's a stone. But I was trying to figure out if I had what you needed. So then what do you do?
Yeah.
You just set it on your abdomen, and how long do you leave it there? That's my question. How long do you?
Even like 5 minutes, like whatever's comfortable for you. If you like lay down and you
Okay.
get into like a really relaxed state, maybe fall asleep, however long it feels right. I think it's different for everyone.
Okay.
But if you're just like starting to do that, maybe like 5 minutes would be a good starting point
Okay.
for somebody.
Okay. You can tell how much you love your rocks. Okay. So what are some of your favorites? What are some things that you want to tell us? Is there certain rocks that you want to give us some information about, or what do you think?
Yeah, I think clear quartz is really important. I feel like it kind of gets overlooked because it's the most common abundant mineral on Earth, but I think it's
Yeah,
abundant because we need it.
I know.
Quartz is programmable. It's piezo and pyroelectric, which are scientific properties that demonstrate how it actually conducts energy. It's used in electronics like watches. So you can sit with a piece of quartz and set any intention at all. So if you don't have a big collection and you're maybe trying to heal something in your stomach, or maybe you're trying to heal from like a loss of a loved one or a breakup or something, you can just use it for any healing purpose and place it anywhere. You can carry it with you and also wear it in jewelry, whatever feels right for you. I always encourage people to go with what is right for them. What might be right for me might not be right for you. So
Yeah.
you
I like
really
that.
need to trust your intuition.
You call the
Mhm.
clear quartz the master healer. I thought that was really super interesting because there's so many different stones, and people like get all hung up on the diamonds and they get hung up on all
Yeah.
the tiny stuff. But really the crystal, like you call it the master healer because it really truly is.
Yeah.
Is it because its vibration is higher?
Yeah, it's programmable. It's also its scientific properties on how it's going to conduct that energy. Not every crystal is an energy conductor. So when you're working with a crystal, they all have different scientific and energetic properties. So I really gravitate towards clear quartz and recommending that for people that are just getting started with healing, or maybe you've seen like a really unique or rare crystal that you want to bring to your collection, but you can't access it right now for whatever reason. Just grab a piece of clear quartz, and even the other stones like amethyst and citrine, those are all quartz variety family crystals. They're all in the same family. They just have different inclusions that give them their different colors.
Yeah, little amethyst. I was gonna bet I can usually keep this one by my computer.
Yeah.
And I this is from Arkansas.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, there was a show I went to in New Mexico. I love rocks like you do. And there was a guy there. His name was John B. Crystal. That was his name. Do you know
Oh my
him?
gosh. I don't.
That's what he called himself. This was
Oh my
years
gosh.
ago. And he had these gigantic crystals, and this is one of them. And this I keep by my computer because, and I want you to elaborate on this. And you give a lot of, she gives a lot of the scientific stuff that she was just speaking about in the book. But talk about why this is so cool to have like by your computer and things like that.
Yeah, so like if you want to have it like in your workspace and you're working on things, you can set the intention. I'm trying to accomplish this for my day or my week or whatever like specific intention, or maybe you have trouble focusing on the task at hand. You can set an intention at the beginning of the day with that crystal. I want to accomplish this and this and this, and then go about your day. And I just always feel like more focused and driven to accomplish whatever I need to do. Or it also helps uplift the vibration of the room that it's in general. So like if someone comes in and they're maybe having a bad day, you can like do a quick energy cleanse
I
with
know.
your crystal too.
Well, and I do that with my selenite, and I tell everybody
Yeah.
to get selenite. I And I
Yes.
didn't know about selenite for many years. It took me a long time. And I bring it up when I have a rock person on, or if anybody's
Mhm.
talking about rocks. Well, because this is like a savior to me. I have this under my pillow. I have this on my computer. I have this in every room in my house because it clears the negative energy. And
It does.
my daughter walked in the other day. You're going to laugh. I hope she doesn't watch the show, or she might. It doesn't matter. Anyway, she walked in and I was looking at the computer and she was behind me and she had just went to an event. She was around a bunch of people and I could feel the energy behind me. And I was like, oh my God. And I turned around and I grabbed my son and I'm like, here. And I'm like whispering her off, I'm like doing this, doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
But that's what this does. This clears the negative energy. What do you think about these? I think this is magical. I really do.
Yeah. Selenite's another one of my favorites. So if
Yeah.
you need something to clear energy, clear your space, and you don't maybe want to work with like burning,
Sage or
for incense, or like at the office, you might not be able to just break out and like do
Yeah.
your smoke cleansing practice. That's just kind of like a quick way you can like calm your energy field and like release, and then you'll feel immediately better.
Yeah, I watched a lady when I first learned about this, then I got online and I watched a lady do it because I didn't know what to do. And
Yeah.
she showed how you wipe it off and then you ground it. She told me to put it on the ground. I watched this lady do. I think so many people, I didn't know about this, but now when people do, I think they get like hooked on this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a whole negative energy. So it's like really great to keep around, keep it like at your front entry, keep in your office, like just kind of keep with you to like do a quick cleansing.
Now, so you tell people how to heal, but you don't do actual healings. So, how can people watch you're on Instagram? So if they want to see how you do these things, how do we find you?
Yeah, it's at Enchanting Earth Co. on Instagram. I'm also on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and all that, but I do the lives on Instagram. And kind of my intention is just to empower and educate my community on how to heal and grow yourself. It's great to work with other people, but sometimes we just need like to have these tools and this knowledge for ourselves. Then we can also share it with other people. You can share it with your children, your family, and it just really helps uplift the vibration of the whole planet as we're all like awakening and working together and promoting this positive energy.
That's true. That's true. You're doing really good work. I love that you're doing this. You also talk about feng shui, where to keep the crystals in your home. I thought that was really cool. You tell people like where, like you said, to place maybe a selenite by the front and then like rose quartz in the bedroom or stuff like that.
Yeah, just different intentions. Each room has different energy intentions, and then placing them with intention throughout your home is going to create the kind of energy that you want. And crystals are really helpful for that. They help uplift and cleanse the space.
You're gonna laugh. I put some crystals by my television, so it negates the negativity coming out of the television.
Yeah.
Honest to God, I do.
Yeah, I also like to place shungite near electronics because it kind of blocks the EMF waves from your electronics. And those are great crystals to keep around your electronics too.
Yeah, and I know that I've got on what is it? Malachite. Is it malachite?
Yes.
Yeah. And this helps that too. I keep it because it helps me grounded. I wear stones for a certain reason, like you do.
Yeah.
I'm an air sign, so I have a hard time grounding. So this helps keep me grounded, and it also helps with the waves and stuff because I'm an empath. You're probably empathic as well. What do you have around your neck there? What are you wearing?
I have on gold rutile.
Talk about that. What is that?
Yeah, it's gold rutile and quartz. It's a titanium oxide mineral, and this is really programmable and amplifying. So it's kind of like your quartz, but on steroids. That kind of helps accelerate things for you. So I have a few specific intentions that I'm manifesting right now. So I've been working with my gold rutile and quartz, and then I've got pyrite, and that kind of helps keep me grounded. And I just feel like it brings a lot of good luck. And I like that at the shows. It helps me find all the goodies.
Yeah. Okay. And the stone again is called gold
rutile, and it's in quartz.
Tile. Okay. Is it in?
Gotta have my quartz.
Is it in the book?
I think gold rutile is in there. I know quartz is for sure.
I was going to ask you, that was my other question for you. How did you decide? Like,
It was hard. I
I
actually had a
bet.
really, really long list. And as I was working through the book, I was like, okay, I kind of had to cut it off at the 104. And then I was like, okay, we'll have a book 2 eventually. But
Okay.
it was getting kind of long. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have to narrow it down here.
Yeah,
But I
I
wanted to have
mean,
like all the basics and then some unique crystals that you might not have heard about. So it was important for me to include not only the crystal properties, but how to work with them. Because when you begin your journey with crystals, it can be really complicated. You may be like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know how to activate it. It can be confusing and overwhelming as you're
yeah.
like, you discover there's thousands of minerals and like, wow.
Well, yeah, it's like what says what, and I've learned over the years a lot of it, but of course I'm not as knowledgeable as you are. But I like that you teach us how to heal with them because again, that's something I said in the beginning of the show. I personally have always, well, crystals are so healing and we're so drawn to them. I was drawn to this one. I went to a show in Sedona with my daughter. We were there. We were at a rock shop in Sedona. Can you believe it? And
Ugh, I
picked
love
this
stuff.
up. I picked this up and I want to, what is this? I couldn't find it in the book. It's like an aquamarine?
It's aqua aura quartz. So it's another quartz, but the aura crystals have a layer of precious metals over top. I think with the aqua aura, it's a plating of gold over top of it. So they'll take like precious metals and put them in
Okay.
a vacuum chamber and they cook it up to like 3,000 degrees and the metals just adhere to the crystal and it
Okay.
really amplifies the properties of the crystal because you're having those like precious metals, which also have energetic properties too. Gold
Right.
is a masculine crystal. So
Okay.
that one has like a really grounded and focused, you'll feel a lot of like drive and also relaxation with that one.
That's interesting. Oh, cool. Can I ask you about a couple more?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
So I bought this while I was there too, and I can't remember the name of it. Shame on me. It's blue with like sparkles. I know it's man-made. It was like the coolest rock. I was like, oh my, and I couldn't put it down. I got this in Sedona and I just could not put this down. What is this exact? I know it. I probably have it written down, but can you?
It has 2 names, either blue goldstone or
Yes,
sandstone.
that's
Yeah.
it. Blue goldstone. That's it. Yeah,
And I
it's
don't know how they make
sparkles.
those, but those do have like such an, it like looks like the night sky.
Yes, yes. I could not put this puppy down. And I knew it was man-made, but it's the energy of this. What does this, do you know what the energy of this is? Why am I, or what is the attraction with this thing?
I feel like it's really intuitive. I don't have one in my
Okay.
collection, but just like tuning into it, it feels like very intuitive and like kind of helps like awaken things like with its like illumination of the sparkles in it.
Okay. Yeah, I'd never seen one of these before and I thought it was really cool. Okay, here's one my dad bought me and my dad's no longer with me. And this is you know what it is and I can't think of it. It's
It looks like obsidian. Or
no,
no, it's labradorite. Sorry. The light was like
labradorite.
hitting
And I have,
it.
yeah, and I have labradorite earrings and necklace. I really like labradorite. It's different. Talk about this. I don't know. I mean, I've read in the book about this, but I love this.
Yeah, it's truly a stone of magic. It's a third eye chakra crystal. So it helps awaken your intuitive gifts. It helps enhance your intuitive
Oh,
gifts.
that's why I like
And
it so much.
yeah, it's great for divination or like connecting with angels, connecting with your spirit guides.
It's my angel rock. I'll call it my angel rock. All right.
Yeah.
So, is there one, like, I have all these rocks. What else do you want to tell us, or should I ask you more about the rocks? Is it okay?
Yeah, however, do you have angelite? I feel like you need an
I
angelite if
do.
you don't have one.
I do. Is this it? Or is this it? Which is it?
Angelite is going to be in your left hand, and then the celestite is the raw one. It's either celestite or blue calcite.
Yeah, and this is angelite, right? I got this in
Yeah.
Sedona too. Yeah. When I was there, I got this because and I don't know why, again, I was drawn to this one.
It's an angel stone. It helps you connect with angels. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like a perfect one for you.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay. This, I'm not sure what it is. That's why I pulled it off. I was like, oh, I'm going to ask her. And it's a different one. It's green and it's got crystals. It's so beautiful. And I keep it in the,
Is it sparkly?
yes, and I keep it in the living room. It's green, you guys, for whoever's watching. It's crystals and it's
Looks
got,
like granite.
isn't it cool?
Yeah.
It's really
That's a
different.
good one for empaths. That's the heart and solar plexus chakra stone. And it's like really rejuvenating. It helps refill your cup after you've done healing work on people, or if you've been around like out in a crowd and exposed to a lot of different energies,
This is
it
a good
helps
one.
like restore.
Yeah, you need to come hang out at my house. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can tell me what's up.
Show and tell.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, what do I do with this? This one I bought, and I have so many rocks. I wouldn't even let you know. I know you probably do. But this is my lapis lazuli.
Oh, I love lapis.
And I brought it out because it's like, I just love it. I love it. I think I got it too cheap. I think they sold it to me too cheap. I don't think they realized anyway. But I just think I love, it's just, lapis to me it's talked about in the Bible. It's like, I don't know, what is lapis really, how does it help us? How does it help us? Is my question, I guess.
That for me is like a really powerful crystal in general. It's really empowering for you to just embrace your authentic self. It's also a third eye crystal. So it's going to help awaken and enhance your gifts and kind of give you that like insight into what you need to do. It helps you keep you like focused and have like a clear vision for what you're doing and where you're going.
Now, do you tell us these things on your Instagram and your YouTube? Cool.
Yeah.
You do
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna watch
I love
you.
to do that. Yeah,
Okay.
we talk about there's a lot of like back and forth. It's not just like me talking. There's a lot of like interaction. People are always like commenting, and we'll kind of like chat. It's kind of like a hangout, if you will. We have a lot of amazing community members that show up for all the lives. So you can like basically make friends. It's
Yeah,
sometimes
with the
beautiful.
rock people. Yeah, with your
Yeah.
clan, with the clan. I
Yeah,
love
it's all good energy. Everybody's like really positive and like sharing, how they work with crystals and how they help them, and just like life too. And it's so much fun.
it's very cool. How long did it take you to put this together? I would imagine this was a labor of love that took you a while.
It was overall probably 6 months, but over the span of a few years.
Yeah, yeah. How wonderful. So, and everybody I'm sure loves it and is so excited that you've done it. And now you're going to do another one, you say?
Yeah, in a little bit. We've kind of had a lot going on. We've had a lot of growth with our business this year, which has been a blessing, but it's also not given me a lot of time for book writing, but it's been great to just hear how people are reacting and enjoying the book. It's such a
Yeah.
blessing. And
Yeah. Well, I have to say thank you because I really like it and I'm really excited to do some of these things. You guys, she talks about crystal potions for physical healing, spiritual growth, and manifestation. I love that. I'm a manifester. We're all little manifestors. We all got that little spark of God in us. And so I love that you give us a lot of information and then you go through the astrological signs as well.
yeah, I kind of wanted to give a little bit of everything as far
Mhm.
as how to work with crystals and how to use them in different practices. And then you can kind of like tailor it to what resonates and what your beliefs are. You can work them into any religion or practice, and they are a nice complement to your either practice or non-practice. You don't have to
Yeah.
use them. You can work with them just because they're pretty. I know a lot of us like talk about the metaphysical part, but if you don't feel their energy, or
Yeah.
you're not understanding how they're working for you, they still are, but you just aren't aware of it yet.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I always give my rocks away. I've given them to my grandkids. I've given them to little kids across the street. Come over.
Oh,
Well, kids like rocks.
yeah.
Have you
I feel like
found
they
that?
go where they need to go.
You
Like if
what?
I said, I feel like stones go where they're meant to. So sometimes you might feel like you've worked with a crystal for a while and then it needs to go on to someone else.
Somebody else. Well, and I just want to tell you, I think, they have those things that you can buy. They're like blocks. I bought these for my grandkids. And inside these blocks, have you seen them, are all these different rocks,
Yeah, like the sets.
Yeah, they're sets. And so I bought them for my grandkids. But the cool thing about it is that they have to chip away, chip away, chip away till they find the rock.
Oh, like the ones where you crack them open.
Yeah, well, it's like a big rock or a big, I don't know. I bought these at a store like in Colorado or somewhere like that, right?
Yeah.
So inside this big rock, they have to chip away to find the little stones, so they'll find an amethyst, and then it'll say this is an amethyst or whatever, and then it gives the meaning, for whatever it is. I've got this thing on my screen now, but I think it's cool for kids because they learn about what the stones are and the meaning and what they look like. And I think a lot of people have lost that unless you've had somebody in your family that's like a rock, like, you know what I mean? Like you've gone down there. How would
Yeah.
you know about things like that? So I just think it's really cool that they have it for kids. And so my big question is, do you see a lot of kids, a lot of children, or who do you see coming into the shop? Or do you see it's more people looking for peace? Or what do you see like right now?
Yeah, I feel like for my audience, it's a little bit more of adults, but when we did have our storefront, there would be a lot of kids that come in, and I just know, like, when I was growing up, my grandparents actually, they went on a vacation, they brought back this stone set for me, and that's kind of like where it started. Like, I always liked
Yeah.
rocks and like being out in nature. The house where I grew up, there was actually a creek in our backyard, and there were all these like fossils, and I was like always bring back these like big chunks of just like rock with these like fossils in them.
Yeah.
And then I would like make like mud pipe potions, and like just concoct up different things with my gravel rocks, my fossils, and then it's
Yeah.
just kind of funny how it's like part of my adult life now.
Well, I'm just saying a lot of kids love rocks,
Yeah.
and they probably remember.
It really helps us connect with nature and the healing power of nature just by having these in our energy field, or even just going outside is also really healing.
I think so too. And now, your adults, what are they looking for when they come on? Are you seeing they're looking for more? I just feel that they're looking for peace, is what I feel.
Yeah, peace, love, healing, and then abundance too.
Yeah.
Crystals also help attract great things as they're helping uplift our vibrations.
Yeah.
We're able to align with different frequencies. And before Enchanting Earth came about, I actually had been trying to like just manifest a job where I could work from home and spend more time with my family.
Yeah.
And that was like more aligned with me. And I didn't really have like a specific, like I wanted to do this versus that. Like crystals weren't even on the radar, and they just kind of like divinely
Yeah. Showed up.
happened. Yeah.
They're like, here we are, talk about us. Well, I think it's fantastic, and I'm really glad that you wrote this. What do you want to leave us with today? Anything coming up that we need to know about, or is there a specific rock that you want to tell us about before we get out of here for today?
Well, the crystals do have a beautiful earth medicine with them, but the real power is within you. And the crystals just help awaken that inner power and your inner light and help you share that with the world. I think that's really what the world needs, is more positive energy and love. And we can all help uplift the vibration of the collective of humanity and just share that with everyone that needs it.
Right on. Absolutely. Yes, exactly. I love it. Jamie Inglett, Crystal Creed, The Ultimate Guide to Crystal Healing, you guys. And I know you can get this at Amazon. I'm sure you can get it at Barnes and Noble too. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And on our website too. So if you want like a copy, I do sign copies too. So
what's your website?
It's enchanting-earth.com.
Okay, you guys. So everybody, we're going to get out of here for today. If you want an angel reading, if you want a psychic reading, go to my website, or an angel healing. Or if you just want to take the class or buy my book, go to psychicforhumanity.com. I hope everybody has a fabulous week, and God bless.
Hold your head high, the world is coming. Watch the colors lift your soul. Connect the dots and